A man has spent the last 19 years in prison for a crime he says he didn't commit. Well, now new evidence may just prove he didn't do it. Thanks for joining us for the news at 5:30. For the second time this year, the University of Michigan Innocence Project marched into a Detroit courtroom looking to get a longtime prisoner released.
Lamar Monson is serving a life sentence for the murder of 12-year-old Christina Brown. Rod Maloney was in the courtroom today as new evidence was brought to light. Rod?
Yeah, it's fascinating testimony, Devin. It's one of those situations where the Innocence Project was able to get Devontae Sanford out of prison earlier this year, and now they think they've proved it beyond a reasonable doubt that another man, Lamar Monson, should be released from prison as well. 44-year-old Lamar Monson came to court today from Adrian's Gus Harrison Correctional Facility, where his earliest release date is set for mid-August 2020. It's his hope, though, that his 30 to 50-year sentence for second-degree murder will get overturned. The strongest evidence coming from this woman, 56-year-old Shalana Bentley. She claims her boyfriend at the time committed the murder.
He was dripping with blood. He had so much blood that was coming off his fingernails, it was dropping on the floor. I'll never forget that.
She testified she was smoking crack with him in the same building where police discovered 12-year-old Christina Brown's badly mutilated body. Christina had been stabbed 18 times and beaten over the head with a toilet tank cover. Detroit police were able to get Monson to confess, but after Bentley came forward a few years ago, Detroit police went back and checked the evidence and say they found one of her boyfriend's fingerprints on the toilet tank cover. Bentley also claimed she was held against her will for 2 months by her boyfriend and his brother, deeply concerned that she might go to the police with what she knew.
I was threatened through them that they knew where my kids lived and they knew what school my grandkids went to.
Now, prosecutors are saying that they're not necessarily on board with this. They had a lot of questions for Bentley today, wondering why it was that it took her so long to come forward. She says it was because she feared for her life. They also say that there are a lot of inconsistencies in her story, and so they're not willing to, much like they did with Devontae Sanford, and just sort of stand back and say, okay, yeah, we got that one wrong. You don't hear that from the prosecution in this case. Back to you.
Well, when might we hear word on whether the case might be overturned then, Rod? What's ahead?
Yeah, we're due back in court in November on this. Now, whether the judge will make a determination or feel like they should have a new trial is the question at hand, and we'll have to wait until then to see what becomes of that.
All right, Rod.